Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a seed video, so like a little seed haul, but my seeds I haven't gotten my seeds in the mail yet. I'm waiting for those. I ordered from MI Gardener, and then I also did buy some at a big box store because they were on sale. They were buy one get one half off. Sometimes it is a little hard to pass up those kinds of deals. The remaining of the seeds that I want to get, though, I do for sure want to go get them at a local nursery. But I really have to start working on my beds again. I have put it off, and then it's just been taking me too long. It's just taking me longer than it should, really. And I've been thinking about it over the last couple days, and I've been looking at my beds and really debating and thinking, oh my gosh, I hate them. They are uneven, and they're just on a really uneven ground, and they're not visually aesthetic, which honestly nothing in my videos are, and I kind of like it that way. But I do want to create my own little outdoor oasis in a way, and I want to make my garden space a very calming and space that I just love being in. And with me being inside and looking at them only once every couple days, and it's stressing me out, I know that come summer, they're not gonna bring me a lot of pleasure, and I don't know. So I really want to get out there today and start. I honestly, you guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. I don't know if I want to keep using the cinder blocks or if I just want to create a raised garden bed with wood. I don't know. But what I think I am going to try today is I want to line my little cover outside with some of those cinder blocks and kind of make a barrier. I'll show you outside when I get out there. But I want to create a barrier around it so there's some kind of barrier between the gravel and the grass, because right now the only barrier is the gravel that's under the cover and then the grass, and it's too harsh. I don't like it. I need some kind of barrier. And with the cinder blocks, I'm thinking I could just put either one row of cinder blocks and then plant some flowers in the holes that the cinder blocks have. But I don't know, you guys. I think I'm just gonna go out there and see what I can do. I think my number one goal today is to try and see if I can do some land evening. My yard is very uneven. There's a lot of hills and holes, and so that's why my garden beds out there right now are just going crazy, and they're on a hill, and they're just not appealing to the eye or my soul, really, at this point. So I have a broken metal rake, I have some dirt, and I have a shovel, and I'm gonna see if I can level some of this ground out there, and if I can't, I'm gonna have to buy some tools. But I think with the broken rake, the back of the rake, I'll manage to maybe get some leveling in. And I have some dirt. So I think dirt is honestly one of the most important things. A dirt and a rake and a shovel and a wheelbarrow. I think those are the most important things to leveling the ground, but I'm not sure. And I keep stewing in my anxiety and thinking every night and giving myself anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I really just need to get out there and work. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna do it? And when you stew like that in your thoughts and Pinterest, at that point, you just have to try it and go out and experiment and do it yourself. So that's what I'm gonna do. we're gonna head out there. I don't think I'm gonna do much talking because I'm just gonna do more thinking and seeing what I can do, seeing what I want to do, and all of that sort. So let's head out there. The garden is a complete mess, but I did finish one thing and I wanted to show you guys that. So I kind of tried to level this out. There was a big dent right here in the ground. It was just really uneven and unlevel. So I put some dirt down, tried to level it, and then I put all of these cinder blocks to kind of close this little area off. And then I'm probably gonna plant some marigolds in there. Let me tell you, trying to level the ground for these cinder blocks right here took me about three and a half hours. But I had to do some leveling here too because it was all uneven, and as you can tell, I mean, we just really have lumpy and uneven land to work with, which sucks. But so I continued and I finished it right there. There is a weird little gap right there, but I figured whatever, won't really matter. And then I also there were these little block things. I don't know what you call those, stepping stones. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and they were all right here. And so I just moved them over here. You can kind of tell the light colored ones are the ones I just put. I think what we're gonna do back here, there's already gravel on the ground, but it's so sparse, and there's also grass growing in right here. And I kind of want to fill all that space with just gravel and to have all this be gravel up until this little walkway. So all this gravel right here and then up until here, and kind of keep this consistency going because I kind of like this little path leading up to the front or the back door, and have this kind of be gravel. There's gonna have to be some kind of barrier that we put there. I'm not really sure yet what to do with that, but one project at a time. I did take apart this bed that I just put together a few weeks ago. I'm really not liking my garden beds. I think I'm just gonna do wood. I'm not super sure though. As I'm looking outside, I can already tell that I like that border, keeping some kind of separation from the gravel and the grass. I just like to have sections and a border for different textures and different patterns. I don't know. Like, I just like to have little separated sections. So I already like it. It's gonna be beautiful with marigolds, and I have so many marigold seeds that I harvested last year. That is the one thing I had like amazing success on, was my marigolds and my marigold seeds. So that's what I plan on planting in those little cinder block holes. But one thing I'm also gonna do sometime eventually when I go to Home Depot, I don't really know how yard products work as far as gravel, and I'm pretty sure you can just buy gravel by the bag. I know you can buy them in bulk, but I don't know. I don't think I need a lot of gravel to fill or just to top off that little section, because there is some dirt on the corners where I had to fill more dirt to make it even ground. So I'm gonna have to kind of just freshen up the gravel there. I might just have to buy it in bulk. I mean, I might as well, since I did talk about turning that whole little side area into bark and just, or not bark, sorry, gravel. But I'm overall happy with it. I got super dirty today, and now I have to do a couple things. Hello everybody, it is now a couple days later. I was gonna finish this video once I got my Gardener seeds in the mail, but because it's taking so long, and I'm not being a Karen, I promise. I'm just saying it is taking so long and I'm being really impatient, and I want to get this video done and out there and posted, I'll just show you guys what I ordered, and I'll show you like a photo of it and just like what I ordered. I also have an abundance of seeds that I already have, so it's not going to be some lame little seed haul. But before we do that, I did go out and do some more work outside, and I wanted to show you my progress. It's not crazy, it's not a lot, but I am gonna go back out there and work today to get a little bit more done. It isn't raining, it's pretty cold, but I'm ready. I have all my gear. And do you guys remember those gloves that I just got at Home Depot? They were the same ones I bought last year, and I used them like 3 or 4 times, and the glove ripped like right on between the thumb and the pointer finger. They ripped right there, and so I bought another pair. These are my second pair, and it isn't even spring yet, but I'm pretty sure these are gonna do way better just because I spent a bit more on them, and they aren't cloth. They're more of a rubbery, and they're so much more comfy too. So I have high hopes for these gloves, but I will let you guys know. I want to take better care of these ones because I didn't really take care of my last year's gloves, and those kind of just got really hard from all the dirt and crusted and were really gross. These ones, I don't think the dirt will stick to them as bad as the cloth ones, but we'll see. Let's head out there and I'll show you what I've done so far. So I showed you guys that I did this little, I kind of closed this area off with these cinder blocks. I did do some more cinder blocks over there to make a little garden bed, and I'll go over there in just a second. I might do the same thing to this side, but I'm not really sure. Get out of there. I'm gonna plant some marigolds all in these holes. And then over here, this is gonna be a little garden bed, and I'm gonna put some of the wildflower pollinator seed mix that I got at Home Depot, and I'm gonna plant that all in here, and then these holes are gonna be all marigolds, I'm hoping. And then over here against this side of the fence, I did more cinder blocks. That is gonna be my little sunflower bed. They're not straight, but I really don't care. Our land is so uneven that I'm really just not gonna put in the effort into trying to level it out. I did try to make them as even as I could, and then we're just gonna fill that with dirt and then put some sunflowers in there. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. This is my hosta / elephant ear bed. If you guys were watching my videos last gardening season, I had a couple, maybe 6 lined up hostas along here. For some reason, that hosta is doing really good right now. It hasn't really died at all. And then I have my garlic, and those are doing pretty well too. I hope they're not dying, but they're getting really long, and I did check to make sure that I don't need to fertilize it just yet. I think the springtime is when I need to feed them some food, and I'm gonna give them some worm casting tea, and that's what I'm gonna use to fertilize or feed these guys. And now over to the garden beds. I still have a lot more work to do over here, but these are the 2 garden beds that I'm gonna end up keeping. I already did it with this one, but what I did was I tried to even them out as much as I could, and you can kind of still tell that they're a little slanted and not super even, but that's okay if it's just, you know, a tiny bit off and it's not super perfect. But these ones, they bother me, so I have to go in and either add or get rid of some dirt to make it just a little bit more even. And then with that area, I'm going to try and rake the dirt to make that even, so I can put some galvanized garden beds here. I'm probably gonna purchase 2 or 3, but I'm not really sure yet. So I'm gonna get to work on evening these guys.
And then here are the beds after I leveled the ground.
We are now back inside. I hate working with the cinder blocks, honestly. They have drained me this season. It's been a lot of work, a lot of hours put into just those few beds, and they're still not perfect. I cannot wait to not garden with cinder blocks. But I am very grateful that our house had that many cinder blocks to where I could utilize them and use at least a few for 2 beds, and then the 3, because I plan on doing 5 beds. I think I'm gonna also, I have my little garden plan here. I'm gonna show you guys that too. But let's dive into these seeds. Now, these are not all the seeds that I'm growing. These are not all the seeds that I am getting or going to grow that I have yet, because I'm still waiting on the seeds from My Gardener. I have, and I'll probably show them in my next video once I do get them. There are 7 varieties or 7 seed packets that I got from My Gardener. I got 2 kinds of cucumbers, one regular, I think it's called the Ashley cucumber, and then the second cucumber I got was the Boston pickling cucumber, and then 2 varieties of tomatoes, beefsteak and the black cherry tomato. I also got lemon balm and crook neck squash, yellow squash, and then the sweet Spanish white onions. Those I got from My Gardener, and then the rest of these, I'm gonna go through my flowers too, just because I love flowers and they're gonna be a big part of my garden this year. And I guess we'll just kind of go through all these seeds together, because these are all my edible seeds. I don't keep them in anything super fancy. I just have them in this little flower and garden container that I got at the Dollar Tree. This is not the prettiest garden plan ever. I drew this out. This is actually my very first garden plan that I've ever drawn out, and it happened to be drawn while I was in my boyfriend Nick's work truck in the passenger seat. We were on our way to one of his work calls, and I decided, hey, I just want to draw out my garden and really get this going and figure out where I want to put everything. I don't know if this will be backwards for you guys. These are all the things that I'm going to be growing. And then these are the things that are their companion plants. And that was just to help me figure out what I want to plant together. So I have a greenhouse that I'm going to be putting together pretty soon. I wanted to do Brussels sprouts and parsley together. Both my different 2 varieties of cucumbers in one, broccoli and potatoes in one, squash and tomatoes in one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit both tomato varieties. I might just have to do one in a container. And then the carrots and onions I'm gonna do together, and then lemon balm I'm gonna do in a pot, and the strawberries I'm gonna get a green stalk for. That's just a generalized idea of how I want to put it together this year. I'm glad I'm doing this, because I know last year I really didn't have any sort of rhyme or reason to planting anything. I just kind of did it, and it turned out okay. I did it on a whim, and I do still have peas. Maybe I should try and plant these this year too. I got these last year. These are snap peas, bush. So this is the variety snap peas. These, I guess I did try to plant last year for the fall garden, but they did not. I don't think they had enough time to fully mature. Oh, I got a lot here. This these two I got last year, dill and pumpkin seeds. I might do the dill this year. I don't think I'm gonna be doing pumpkins this year just because they took up so much space and I'm already dedicating so much space to the things I actually want to grow. So I might not do pumpkins, but I am glad to say that I did do pumpkins last year and they did turn out pretty good. I mean, I didn't try them, but the size and everything, they seem to be okay. I got broccoli. These I'm doing this year. Brussels sprouts I'm gonna be also doing this year. Carrots. Ed Hume seeds. A lot of these are Ed Hume and Burpee. They, I think, are local to Washington. Oregano. Do I want to do oregano this year? I might. If I have enough room in my beds. If I do have enough room to plant herbs in my garden beds, then I probably will be planting oregano. I know I do want to plant basil. Parsley is a for sure herb. I love parsley. I want to dry it and mash it up and make it into a seasoning because I use parsley quite often. Let's see, these I'm probably not going to do. I have two other broccolis. I think I got those 2022 last year. So I really should be planting these ones this year. Just to use them up. I also have onions, evergreen bunching, green onions. I don't think I'm doing those. Summer squash. Might do this. I really do have to just figure out what all I will be planting extra because everything that I put on my garden sheet, that is what I'm growing. And if I just so happen to end up with some more space or if I buy more containers, I actually do have containers. So I'll have to work that out. I do have corn. I'm not doing corn this year though. Onions, sweet Spanish, yellow. So these I'm not doing. I'm doing the white that I ordered from MI Gardener. And then it looks like I do also have tomatoes in here too. But I'm not doing those. I'm doing the ones that I got from MI Gardener. Cucumbers are also probably not doing these ones. I'm doing the ones that I bought off MI Gardener. But if I have containers, I am going to try and see if I can do maybe an experimental type thing because I think most of these are expired and they're the ones that I got last year, 2022. So those are all of my veggies that I have. And next, I want to go over some flowers. And these are all my flowers. Let's see. These are sunflower seeds that I harvested on my own. I believe these were from the reddish yellow sunflowers. I don't really know what variety that is. I did get them from the sunflower field that we went to. So I'm not really sure if they were cross-pollinated. I'm not really sure how they'll turn out next year, but I think I'm gonna plant those as well as all these sunflowers that I got this year. The bed that I showed you guys on the side right by the fence will be my sunflower bed, and I just want to plant a bunch of different sunflowers in there. I got 4 varieties, I guess. The first variety is a vanilla ice. I've never seen a white sunflower. I think that's white or just a very, very yellow, mellow yellow. I think that's really pretty. So I'm excited if those will do good. These are just a plain regular sunflower. They are the variety Zohar. A nice bushy, pretty flower. And then these ones were my very, very first choice. I don't know what it is about the red and yellow mix sunflower, but I just find them to be so freaking pretty. These are the variety Shock a Lot, and they are yellow and red. So pretty, I cannot wait. And then the last one is Heirloom Beauties. This is more of a variety or a mix of different colors. Red and yellow, yellow and orange, orange and yellow, reds. Oh, I think they're going to be so beautiful, and I hope that's enough space for all of these sunflowers. I mean, if it's not and it ends up looking really crowded, that is okay, because sunflowers are so pretty. I have two varieties of lilies. This one is the muscadet, I think how you pronounce it. It's the white and pink speckled lily. I think that's really pretty. And then the next one is Landini. This one is like a dark violet, purple, black almost. I think that's going to be really gorgeous. For these lilies, I'm probably going to find some used planter pots, or maybe even find them at Goodwill and plant those in pots. Okay, and then all these seeds I believe I got last year for 2022, but I just didn't end up planting them. The first is Coleus. And they're these guys. And then the second is Johnny Jump Ups. And these are perennials. The first one was annuals. And I think lilies are perennials as well. Same one. And then I also have some lavender in here too. I have some lavender planted in my front yard. So maybe I might just plant those in my front yard where all my other lavender is. These ones are Forget-Me-Nots. These are annuals. And lavender is considered an herb, so I believe that's a perennial. I know it's a perennial. Lavender comes back every year. Bigger and better too. This one I actually got at the farmer's market. I'm gonna cover it up because it has my city's name on here, but this is a bee pollinator mix of wildflowers, and that's going to be going into the bed that I have on the side where my cover is. And I'm also going to be planting these there. That's the whole entire reason why I made that bed, was so I could plant this bee pollinator mix. So I'm super excited to plant these. I don't even know, it might say what kind of flowers are in here. Components of mixture: 36 pure seed consisting of white alyssum, blue lupine, bachelor button, black-eyed Susan, coreopsis, wow, Indian blanket, mission red monkey flower, painted daisy, purple coneflower, scarlet bugler, wallflower, and white yarrow. And the last one is salvia, sage. Is it sage? No, I don't know why it says sage on here. This one's a perennial. This is really pretty. It looks almost like lavender kind of, but a very dark violet-y purple. Oh, and then I have my marigold seeds that I harvested myself last year too. So these are going to be going in all of the cinder block holes around my gardens probably, and then around the little flower gardens, the sunflower gardens, and then the wildflower gardens. And this is how much I ended up harvesting. Kind of a lot. So I'm excited for this. I love marigolds. I think they are one of my favorite flowers. Next to hyacinths, those I have in a planter out in my front yard. Those smell so divine. I love those so much. All right, well, those are all of my seeds aside from, oh, I also got potatoes too, seed potatoes. These are sitting right here. And these I'm going to be planting as well. And I just found out that, let's see if I can remember it. One seed potato, one single potato, can produce up to 3 trees. And then each tree can produce up to 4 pounds. I don't know. I might have butchered that. I will put that on the screen, the correct amount that it produces, 1 per potato. So we're probably gonna have a super huge abundance of potatoes if these end up doing really, really good. I'm so excited for everything. I'm just waiting on my gardener seeds, and then our seed gardening adventures will begin here really soon. Oh my gosh, it's going by so fast. It's crazy. I think seed starting here in Washington, Zone 8B, is around late February to March-ish, depending on what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm so sorry about my lack of posting and inconsistency. I'm gonna try and do better now that it's gardening season's gonna be coming up. I have a whole bunch of ideas of videos that I want to do. I cannot wait. We'll see you guys next time.